we'll be analyzing the last few episodes of WandaVision and seeing what theories we can create based on what we've been given. Did you know that only a small percentage of my viewers are actually subscribed? So if you do end up enjoying the video, please make sure to check that you're subscribed, as it helps out the channel a lot. Hey guys, Captain Infinity Films here, and welcome back to another video where today, WandaVision, the last 3 episodes of WandaVision have served as the Act 2 of this story about Wanda Maximoff creating her own sitcom reality. And in those last few episodes, we've been given a lot of answers about what has happened in SWORD and what's going on in SWORD. But where we've gotten those answers, we've been giving a lot more questions about what exactly is going on in this reality now. We are 2/3 of the way through this WandaVision limited series, because I'm pretty sure we're not getting a season 2. I mean, there's no way they could really do a season 2 of this series, but we are 2/3 of the way through this series, which means the next 3 episodes are going to be the endgame, so it is the perfect time to theorize before all our questions are answered and our theories are either confirmed or disconfirmed. So with that being said, we're going to be looking at some WandaVision theories about what's really going on in Westview. But before I begin with that, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome content just like this. We are trying to get to 100 subscribers on the channel, so if you could help with that, that would be much appreciated. But with that out of the way, let's get straight into the theories. Also, spoiler warning, if you haven't seen WandaVision yet, please click off, go see it, and then come back to the video. But now, let's start watching some theories. I'd like to start off by talking about the theories about Tyler Hayward. Now, Tyler Hayward, throughout WandaVision, has been kind of a suspicious character. I mean, ever since we first met him, we've known that there's something off about this guy. And as more and more episodes go by, we're seeing, yeah, there's definitely something up with this guy. He's very suspicious. And I feel like we have a few theories about what he could be doing behind the closed doors at SWORD. And basically, when we saw him actually show us a video in episode 5 of Wanda stealing Vision's body, he said he had just received permission to show this when he's the director of SWORD. Who did he need permission by? That is extremely suspicious. He also kicked out Monica Rambeau, Darcy Lewis, and Jimmy Woo after they were trying to peacefully resolve the threat with Wanda, so he definitely probably wants to kill Wanda. But why? Well, I definitely think that he is doing something with Vision's body and that he is creating sentient weapons, because he and Monica have said in episode 4 that SWORD is creating sentient weapons, and I feel like they were creating sentient weapons out of Vision's body. That's why it was all in scrambles when he showed the footage of Wanda stealing the body, and this could be Wanda saving Vision from being used to create sentient weapons. But even if that's not the case, I believe that Tyler Hayward is extremely suspicious. Now, there's also the possibility that Tyler Hayward is secretly a Skrull in disguise, because we do know that there is a Secret Invasion event coming up on Disney Plus, and Captain Marvel 2 could tie into that. So basically, Tyler Hayward could be a Skrull in disguise. I mean, he has been talking about a lot of intergalactic threats. This could be referring to the Kree, who we know the Skrulls are at war with currently in the MCU, and they could be developing sentient weapons for the Skrulls to fight back against the Kree in Captain Marvel 2, and this could escalate to a huge Skrull-Kree war, which would be a visual spectacle in Captain Marvel 2, where I would assume these events would escalate to. So yeah, I feel like Tyler Hayward is definitely making weapons out of Vision's body, because in episode 6 we did see that the trio was trying to get in, but there was a firewall, and Darcy said that she believes there is something big under there, and I think that they're creating weapons out of Vision's body, and he's a Skrull, and he's creating weapons for the Skrulls to fight back against the Kree. Staying on the SWORD side of things, we're now going to be talking about Monica Rambeau and a comment she made in episode 5 about having a engineer friend, a engineer who could help her get back into the hex that Wanda has created. Now, there's been rampant speculation about who this character could be, and in episode 6 we did get it confirmed that it is a male. She's referring to him as a he, so we know that it is a male character. There are several possibilities, as to who this character could be. Lots of people have been pointing to Reed Richards of the Fantastic Four, possibly played by John Krasinski, as they did announce at Disney's Investors Day that they are working on a Fantastic Four. They could have already cast him, and he could be appearing in WandaVision. I doubt that. I doubt that we'll be seeing the Fantastic Four this early on. I feel like we'll be seeing them in 2022 at least. We're going to be seeing them. I feel like they might cameo in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, but we did hear in a previous episode of WandaVision that there have been several missing astronauts from SWORD, so I feel like that's definitely how we're going to see the Fantastic Four introduced as SWORD agents. I feel like that's how we're going to see the Fantastic Four introduced, not as an aerospace engineer, but as lost astronauts up in space working for SWORD. But if not them, then who? Well, I have a few theories. It could be Beast from the X-Men. Now, we know that they are working on adding mutants to the MCU, and people have been theorizing, okay, it could be Hank McCoy, Beast, and I don't honestly think that's true either. I mean, WandaVision, we know, I think it's been in production before the Disney-Fox merger went down, so they wouldn't have been using X-Men characters yet because, well, Disney didn't own Fox yet. I'm pretty sure this happened before that whole merger, and so I think that kind of rules out Hank McCoy, but I do have a character who I think that would appear, and I think that is Hulkling. And the reason I say this is because actor Isaiah Knott has been cast in WandaVision for an unknown role, and people are saying that he might look like Hulkling. He kind of looks like Hulkling. And we know that Hulkling does have connections to the characters in this show. He, in the comics, had a relationship with Wiccan, who is one of Wanda's sons. So yeah, there's definitely that. There's definitely precedent for him, like, appearing next to these characters. So I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see who this mystery engineer is, but we'll find out before long. So, in episode 5 of WandaVision, they got a new dog named Sparky, but by the end of the episode, he had died, and the last we saw of him was Agnes wrapping him in a blanket. Now, we never saw Sparky die. Agnes just said that he had eaten a bunch of azalea bushes, and so this raises the question, because especially since people are saying that she could be Agatha Harkness, did Agnes actually kill Sparky? And I feel like there's definitely a possibility of that, especially if she is Agatha Harkness, because you may not know that Sparky is a real character in Marvel Comics and that he died eating flowers from Agatha Harkness's garden. Now that's a good bit of evidence that it actually is Agatha Harkness. I don't know if it is Agatha Harkness actually, because I thought we would have gotten it revealed already in episode 6 with Vision awakening Agnes, but maybe in the next few episodes, if she is Agatha Harkness, we're going to get that reveal soon. So she could be Agatha Harkness, and she could have killed Sparky. Maybe Sparky saw her husband Ralph, who was secretly the devil. I don't think Ralph is the devil, but she could have saw something like, Sparky could have saw something that was like off and that Agnes didn't want him to repeat, I guess, even though he's a dog, so she might have killed him. So there's definitely a possibility of that. So my last theory for this video is about episode 6's advertisement. It was an ad for a yogurt brand called Yo Magic, and unlike the last few commercials, which have been pretty revealing and not very subtle, I'm looking at you, Hydra Soak, you were not subtle.
Escape to a world all your own, where your problems float away.
Get it? Because she made her own false reality. So yeah, unlike Hydra Soak, episode 6's commercial was pretty cryptic, but I believe I figured it out, and it was with the help of a very helpful YouTube video that helped me decipher that the starving kid could be representing of Wanda, and the shark could be representing a Mephisto, offering Wanda the chance to live with her brother again, but the kid failing to open up the package could be referencing to how the Vision and her brother will never truly be with her again because they're dead, and how even though they're fake in this reality, they are not the real Vision, although Vision can Vision, I think, can survive outside of the Hex, but Wanda might just be keeping him in there. So I definitely think that Vision could survive out of the Hex, but Wanda's just keeping him in there, and this is a fake version of Vision, and that Vision will never truly be back by her side, and that's what this commercial represents. But I would like to touch up on the shark for a minute. Now, let's say that this commercial could represent people and their traits. Now, the shark in this case is very cool. He looks very, very cool. He's meant to be cool looking and awesome to children. Now, what character in WandaVision, episode 6 specifically, do we see who looks very cool and awesome to children? None other than the big cliffhanger at the end of episode 5, Evan Peters Quicksilver. So yeah, I am suggesting that Evan Peters Quicksilver is actually Mephisto in disguise now. I have some evidence for this. He definitely knows that he's in a sitcom reality. He definitely makes that clear in some of his dialogue. He definitely knows what's going on. He knows he died. He knows Vision died. He knows that Wanda created this false reality. He didn't even get mind warped or anything. And I feel like by the end of episode 6, Wanda knows that he's Mephisto, because she doesn't even hesitate to admit, yeah, I created this reality. So I feel like he is Mephisto, and Wanda knows he is Mephisto at this current point, and that's what I think right now, based on my evidence. You don't have to agree, but I am seriously believing that this is Mephisto, and Wanda knows it's Mephisto, so yeah. He also calls the children devil spawns, which could be a reference to their comic origins, being like sons of the demon. And I'm sure at one point, kind of close to that, he does look at them menacingly. I have a picture of it on my phone. Yeah, he definitely looks at those children menacingly in parts of the episode. But anyway, those are all my theories for WandaVision going into Act 3, the last of the episodes. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome content just like this. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers. Please help me get to 100 subscribers. I really want 100 subscribers. So if we could help with that, that would be much appreciated. But out of the way, my name is Captain Infinity Films, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.